Hafide, welcome to Weekend Edition. With me is Guam Crimestoppers Coordinator Officer Paul Tapao. Thanks for being with us once again. Now, before we get into this week's Crimestoppers report, I wanted to give you the opportunity to recognize members in our community because it seems like we're starting to see people actually take back their community. Take, for example, what happened with the home invasion in PD, and also what happened just a couple days ago, this past week, the incident at the San Jose market in Maiti.
Yes, we can't thank them enough. The tips to the Guam Police Department, and of course to the Crimestoppers program, we were just being inundated by the tips, and it helped with the case. It helped with both cases, especially the witness at the San Jose Mart, who actually provided the crucial information in which the officers used that to apprehend the responsibles for the purse snatching in San Jose. And they felt that they took actions where other people wouldn't have provided information, and they came forward. And you know, we can't thank them enough. We really, unsung heroes, thank you so much and everything. Thank you for, we need the community to be a part of this. We can't do it alone. So we actually really reach out to the community to help us.
And speaking of reaching out, we need the community once again for another crime. Tell us about what you have for us.
Yes, this week's Crime of the Week involves a criminal sexual complaint that was taken by the Hagåtña Precinct Command.
On December 13, 2012, officers from the Hagåtña Precinct responded to a criminal sexual complaint involving a minor. It was indicated that on 2003, the victim, who was 5 years old at the time, was sexually assaulted by her babysitter, who was described and identified through the police report as Jonathan Pangilinan Cruz, male, Chamorro, 26 years old. He stands 5 foot 5 inches tall and weighs 190 pounds. He has short black hair and brown eyes. As indicated in the police report, Jonathan Pangilinan Cruz would inappropriately touched the victim while they were alone. The report further indicated that Jonathan Pangilinan Cruz continued sexually assaulting the victim up until 2005. The suspect was last seen at Harmon Loop Hotel on Route 16 Dededo on March 25, 2013. Jonathan Pangilinan Cruz is known to also frequent the Tumon Beach area. The Guam Police Department's Criminal Investigation Division Crimes Against Persons Unit is asking the public for help in locating Mr. Jonathan Pangilinan Cruz. If you have any information regarding the whereabouts of Jonathan Pangilinan Cruz, please call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615-7 or call the Guam Crimestoppers at 477-HELP. You can also send a text to 688-STOP or visit our website at guam.crimestoppersweb.com. Guam Crimestoppers does not use caller ID, and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward for the information leading to an arrest or conviction of the individual responsible for this crime.
Unfortunately, Paul, these sorts of reports are things that we hear about way too often, about young children being sexually abused. In this case, it was 9 years before it was reported. In your presentations and your outreach that you do as a police officer, as well as the Guam Crimestoppers coordinator, what advice can you give people out there who are watching tonight that may have been victims of sexual abuse? What can you tell them to come out and to break the silence?
First of all, you know, that's exactly it. It's a silent crime because of shame or disgust and everything. And I really want to stress to the victims, they're not victims, they're survivors. They're survivors, and we want to let the survivors know that we have programs with the Guam Police Department, such as the Family Justice Center, the Victims Assistance Unit, that can provide the service where people can actually, we have real life people that can be there for the victims through guidance, whether it be through Healing Hearts, to Varo, to ISA, or the different agencies that will help. So they're not victims. We want to tell them, you guys are survivors. It takes a great deal to come forward and to break that silence. And we have services that are available to you. Just come and ask us, and our advocates and our victims assistance units will be there through the end. And that's the service that we provide. And we want them to know that that service is there 24 hours a day. And you can call us, feel free to call us, feel free to call Crimestoppers, feel free to call the Guam Police. We're there for them. We're there for the survivors. And it takes a great deal for them to step forward. It takes a great deal for somebody to report something like that, and that's why we commit them as survivors, not victims.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you so much for having us.
Remember, if you have information about the whereabouts of Jonathan Pangilinan Cruz, please give Guam Crimestoppers a call at 477-HELP. That is 477-4357, or text 688-STOP. Stay tuned. Weekend Edition with Crystal Paco continues after this.